The following is a production of Cary TV, the Town of Cary's government access channel.
Don't touch anything.
Whoa, I'm not. We're going to leave that to the professionals.
Yeah, I agree. You know, we're not just lucky to live in Cary, we're also lucky to have one of the best police forces.
Absolutely. And you know, Cary police officers do a lot. And fortunately, we have someone today to talk to about that.
You're watching Bud TV, the monthly program that keeps you informed about what's going on in and around Cary Town government.
This month on Bud, we'll talk to Police Chief Tony Godwin about Cary's recent safety accolade.
Then we'll take a look back at Cary history for a minute.
And for all things green in Cary, Srijana Guilford takes us into the fog.
And the holiday season is packed with events we'll show you.
All that and more, here on Bud TV. Hi, welcome to the new Bud TV. We're here in front of the Town of Cary Police Department. The Town of Cary Police Department, for the 20th year in a row, received its reaccreditation through the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies. In fact, they are again recipients of the Commission's newest award, the Accreditation with Excellence. The department dedicates itself to ensuring the safety and well-being of our community. And they accomplish this by delivering the highest level of police services. With us today is Cary Police Chief Tony Godwin. Chief, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Charlie.
First, I'm absolutely amazed, and I want to congratulate you for Cary being named the safest, largest community in America again. How did you accomplish this?
Well, I tell you, we are blessed to be in that position. Over a decade now, we've been among the top cities, but we are this past year, been named the #1 safest cities in America. And I think we accomplished that truly. The biggest reason is our partnerships with our community. If you look at the police officers, we have almost 200 police officers here, but we've got about 160,000 people that live here. So when we partner with our community and we have folks working with us, that gives us a lot more eyes and ears out there in the community that can help us kind of keep an eye on things and let us know when things aren't right.
With Cary being as safe as it is, we still have victims of crime in the community. What is your message to them?
Well, I tell you, my #1 message is I'm sorry. We're really sorry anybody falls victim to crime here in Cary. We recognize that there's really two parts to safety. There is the actual safety, and then there's the perception of safety. And they're both very, very important. It doesn't matter how actually safe you are. If you don't feel safe, then it doesn't matter what your actual safety is. So when you've been the victim of a crime, statistics don't mean much. So we recognize that, and that's a big part of what we do, which is helping people feel like they're safe in addition to actually being safe. So there's three things that I would say to any victim of crime. #1, I'm sorry. #2, that we want to make sure that we bring the offender of the crime to justice, because it's hard to have any closure as long as the offender's still out there and nobody's been held accountable. We want to make sure no one else becomes a victim, and hopefully if we're able to do those things, then #3 comes easily, which is restore that perception of safety.
Last month was Cybersecurity Awareness Month. With so many of our citizens buying gifts online over the holidays, do you have any tips for cybersecurity?
Yeah, well, as you know, online shopping is huge now. And unfortunately, the bigger that gets, the bigger the opportunity gets for cyber criminals to do their deed. So I think, any time of year, it's a good idea to just practice basic, good basic cybersecurity measures, like making sure you're using secured sites, making sure that you have robust passwords for those sites, and just making sure that you really get back and check your statements when you get through. Look for things that aren't right. Look for purchases that you didn't make, because the sooner you identify that and report that to us, the sooner we can get to work on it. And also it helps because it also helps you not be held accountable for those purchases.
And with the holidays fast approaching, do you have just some general safety tips for all of us?
Yeah, actually, there's just kind of general tips that would be good any time of year. And some of the biggest ones are to just be aware of your surroundings. Pay attention to what's going on around you when you're leaving a mall, when you're leaving a store. Look around, see who's around, make eye contact with people, and let them know that you know they're there. trust your instincts. I tend to believe that humans have evolved where we pick up on small clues, kind of subconscious clues that things aren't right. And so sometimes our mind doesn't even recognize that something's wrong, but our subconscious recognizes it. And so when you have that intuition, when you have that feeling that something's not right, pay attention to it. Don't ignore it, and give us a call. If you see something, hear something, or feel something isn't right, call the police department. That's what we're here for. We're happy to come out. Keep your valuables out of sight. Keep your doors locked, either your car or your home. So those are all good tips any time of year. But as it pertains specifically to the holiday season, I would suggest that one of the things we ask people to do is when you make big purchases, when you purchase those large ticket items like iPads, computers, televisions, try to do that toward the end of your trip, or as soon as you buy them, take them home. Because we've had folks, criminals, watch people leave stores with big ticket items and then target them when they go into another store and leave that item in their car. So take it home where it's a little more secure. And speaking of home, when you get home and you're unpacking things and you're and after you open presents and you're getting rid of the trash and the boxes, break those boxes down. Because not only does that make that easier for our solid waste and our recycling folks to collect, but it also minimizes the opportunity that people that are out there for bad reasons can see what you've just introduced into the inventory of your home, and it makes you less likely to be burglarized.
Thank you, Chief. That's some wonderful information for us.
Thank you, Charlie.
This is your Cary History Minute. In 1849, the General Assembly authorized the construction of the North Carolina Railroad from Goldsboro to Charlotte. In 1854, the rails were run through what is now Cary and an enterprising Wake County farmer and lumberman named Allison Francis Frank Page. Page started several businesses: a sawmill, a dry goods store, a railroad hotel, now the Page Walker Arts and History Center, and a post office, and he began calling his development Cary in honor of Samuel Fenton Cary, a former Ohio congressman and prohibitionist whom Page greatly admired. By 1868, a second railroad, the Chatham Railroad, arrived, forming a junction in Cary with the North Carolina Railroad. Page donated the land for a rail station. 3 years later, in 1871, Cary was incorporated.
Kick off the season with a full day's worth. No, let's make it a month's worth of holiday cheer in Cary. It's the heart of the holidays.
Letters to Santa. Everyone, whether young or old in Cary, has a direct channel to the North Pole thanks to Santa's mailbox that can be found right here in Cary.
Starting November 21st, we've made special arrangements with the post office for Town Hall to be a drop-off site for letters to Santa Claus.
Everyone, especially those not allowed to drive yet, are invited to carry on the tradition as we prepare for Santa's flight over Cary.
Drop your letters into the Santa mailbox before December 10th and you'll hear back from our jolly friend in red.
Make sure whoever is writing the letter to include a name and address on each.
Who knows, with a reasonable argument, even folks on the naughty list might get a reprieve.
Welcome in the holiday season with the official Christmas tree lighting December 3rd.
This festive night will feature actors, singers, and musicians from around the community. And don't miss the unveiling of the Cary Community Christmas tree inside Town Hall.
Over 120 community groups provide handcrafted ornaments that will be on display inside the tree, a true representation of the diversity of Cary.
Also on display December 3rd, delicious gingerbread houses inside downtown Cary businesses for the 6th annual Gingerbread House Competition. And you're invited to compete. Registration forms are due by November 23rd. Completed gingerbread houses due on December 2nd.
Winning houses will be on display during December at the Cary Arts Center.
Of course, don't miss the annual Chinese Lantern Festival at the Cocoa Booth Amphitheater. The festival continues through November.
The festival will include more than 20 all-new displays, each one comprised of hundreds of parts and thousands of LED lights.
And what proved to be a fan favorite last year, the spectacular Chinese dragon on Symphony Lake will return to mesmerize visitors.
It runs weekly, Tuesdays through Sundays, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
When the guest count goes up during the holidays, so can the amount of fats, oils, and grease, or FOG for short, from all that holiday cooking. That's nothing new when it comes to the turkey fryer, but FOG also comes from cooking things like bacon or skimming the fat off of cooked meats from your stove or in the oven. And if you're thinking about pouring that fog down the sink, stop and think twice. Fats, oils, and grease tend to collect and stick to household plumbing and sewer lines. Over time, pipes can get blocked, leading to sewer backups, sometimes causing sewage to overflow from plumbing fixtures or manholes. But you can actually do something good with all that fog. It can actually be recycled right into biofuel, a cleaner burning alternative to petroleum fuels made right from renewable energy. And it's for all these reasons that the town collects fog from many of our vendors at our community events, and we can collect yours right from the curb too. Here's how. Cool your waste cooking fats, oils, and grease to a safe temperature and pour it into a plastic or metal screw-top container, such as the original container or a soda juice bottle. Label the container, use cooking oil, and secure the lid to prevent it from spilling. Once at least a half gallon is collected, call customer service at 919-469-4090 to schedule a free curbside pickup. Place the container at the curb by 7 a.m. on the day of your scheduled collection. Each year, we collect over 1,500 gallons of fog right from the curb. So join your neighbors in keeping fog out of home plumbing and our sewer system. For more details, search Fog in the Home at townofcary.org. I'm Srijana Guilford, and remember to carry it green.
With the holidays on us, we can't take our eyes off safety. For the people riding motorcycles, it's a great time to brush up on your skills with Bike Safe NC classes hosted by the traffic safety team's qualified Bike Safe assessors.
Participants split their time in a classroom discussing motorcycle safety and on the road, driving a total of 120 miles in different road conditions. And don't forget a motorcycle endorsement or a motorcycle learner's permit along with proof of insurance.
Simply register at bikesafenc.com. On the day of the event, bring your properly registered street legal motorcycle, helmet, and eye protection along with your current driver's license. Questions? Call our traffic safety team at 919-469-4338.
Thanks for watching Bud TV. We want to leave you with something special we found along the way. We want to take a moment to reflect on the fall with a stunning look at the Regency Lake next to Cocoa Booth Amphitheater in Cary.
This has been a production of Cary TV. Visit the Town of Cary's website at townofcary.org.